deep into the calendar before they got their first win.
Plus, we have a plethora of wild endings, including this from the Eagles. Big men in space. You bet. SportsCenter starts right now.
I ain't run that fast since probably my combine, but I mean, shoot, I don't know what miles per hour I hit, but I'm pretty sure it's something crazy.
Out of the tunnel with all of the plays you need to see, and that is where we start with Jordan Davis. Yes, the combine. He said it was a priority for him in the offseason to take care of his body, to get in shape. And look at this. Not only does he block that kick, he scoops it, and then he takes off. Dude hit almost 19 miles an hour on that run. 19. He's 6'6", 336. And that right there is how the Eagles moved down to 3-0. Was that the only big man we saw? No, although not quite as big. Will McDonald, 6'4", 236. And the Jets-Bucks game, he's not as large, but that was still impressive. 50-yard return for the Jets. I think Aaron Glenn was almost as impressive, though, as McDonald.
The dance was really impressive.
We see you.
Okay. All right, how about the Raiders and the Commanders? And check out this run by Jeremy McNichols. I mean, he was washing the defense like it was laundry, because where's he supposed to go? All those people, he didn't care, because somehow he comes out of all of that scrum to go 60 yards for the touchdown. Like, he was bottled up.
But he didn't care. No, the man, the myth, the legend that is Isaiah Rodgers after his game today, Bengals and Vikings, dude was insane. 2 scores, 2 fumbles that he forced. This is not an offensive player. This is a defensive player. He literally left his teammates speechless. They're like, that is the kind of performance that leaves us without words. 66 yards in the score just on that one right there. Oh, do I need to tell you that the Vikings won? Or is that just imply?
Yeah, probably not. All right, how about some tough love here? Back to the Raiders Commanders. Marcus Mariota runs out of bounds and he gets pushed into Dan Quinn, who takes a pretty good tumble. Now, look, he's been in tumbles before.
That is a massive fall.
But here's the deal. So after this field goal by Matt Gay, 56 yards, by the way, so that's nothing to blink your eyes at.
No.
But check out Dan Hall.
You made me bleed my own blood.
Hold on. Hey, so a real bam took one on the sideline and popped up like so.
All right, well, now that we are out of the tunnel, it's time for the opening drive, and for that we need some help, and who better than Tim Hasselbeck.
Look, I'm also proud of us for the fact that opening drive has now made it 2 weeks in a row. I'm also proud of these guys for finally getting a win. I mean, by rule, Tim, it was bound to happen. The Chiefs and the Giants going into this game, neither one of them had a 1 in the win column. Chiefs up 6-0 in the second quarter. Patrick Mahomes to Travis Kelce. Something just isn't quite right with these two.
They really don't have much going on, and then doesn't lead to points either.
No, it doesn't lead to points. There was the missed kick from Harrison Butker, wide right. That's weird. Then Andy Reid and Kelce getting into it on the sidelines. Can I just say that Cam Scatterboo is a wrecking ball and a joy to watch?
I mean, he's a lot of fun. He's good in the passing game tonight, but every run he finishes hard.
And this one, not only did he finish it hard, he finished it with a touchdown, and his celebration was something to behold, because there was also a backflip involved, full stretch to get into the end zone. On the point after, though, the punter acting as the kicker, because Graham Gano was injured in the pregame warmups. So that is another blocked attempt off the helmet. So the Chiefs would add a field goal, and it was a 9-6 game at the half. Now in the third, still 9-6. Mahomes, Kelce, that is good for a game. That is something going. It's this next one, though, from Kelce, from Mahomes to Tyquan Thornton, where you're like, well, Mahomes has it.
Yeah, that's a really good throw. Coming off of, a read front side, back side. Good throw, excellent catch.
Chiefs took a 16-6 lead after that. And then more to Thornton. This was in with about 9.5 minutes to go in the fourth. To Thornton for a gain of 21. And then why not go to him again? 5 catches, 71 yards, career high, and the 1 score for Thornton in this game.
Yeah, and they need a receiver to step up. Thornton's done it a few times. This is an outstanding catch, with Phillips just draped all over him.
That took them to the very next play. They're going to hand it off to Kareem Hunt. The Chiefs did miss the point after, but they got the win at 22-9. And for the Chiefs, the second half was the big difference maker.
And we just executed better. I mean, I think the first few drives, we drove the ball really well down the football field. We just had mistakes and penalties and, alignment stuff, stuff that we're going to have to clean up for sure. But I feel like we were moving the ball the right way. Kind of struggled there at the end of that second quarter, but was able to get points at the end. But it was just finishing the drives. And I think that's something that's important in this league is getting touchdowns, not field goals. And when you score touchdowns, it looks a lot better than when you're kicking long field goals.
Will you start next week, Russell?
Yeah, you guys have asked me about players after games. I'm not going to answer that.
Does not winning games or like getting off to a slow start change the approach? At least make you have to start thinking about, okay, when do we put our, obviously you invested a lot in Jackson, when do we put him in?
Yeah, like I said, we'll continue to work with Jackson, continue to develop him. He's done a nice job since he's been here. And again, we'll go back, we'll watch the tape, we'll sit down, we'll have our discussions like we normally have, and do what we think is best.
He's not going to answer.
Probably not. Tim, the Chiefs' offense being a lot of criticism. What do you make of Andy Reid's play calling?
I thought he did a good job of getting the runs. Abdul Carter was giving them a hard time when he was lined up as a stacked backer, and so they got to some perimeter runs like this little fly sweep here, and then they get to a wind back run to kind of take advantage, of a player that is really a pass rusher that was playing as a stacked backer, giving them trouble, and that's why Andy Reid's one of the best in the game, kind of helped that offense get going in the third quarter.
You hate to say it's a must-win
Well,
this early in the season, but it was. 0-3 teams did not go to the playoffs, so the Chiefs needed that one. All right,
also, it was against the Giants.
That is also a good point. Eagles and the Rams, a rematch of last year's divisional playoff matchup, Tim, with Sean McVay and Nick Sirianni. First drive of the game, Matthew Stafford looking for Devontae Adams, but he is intercepted by Zach Bond, and that gives the Eagles the ball in really good field position. And, Tim, it's a 4th and 1 and 3. They go for the tush push. They get it, but officials are supposed to be looking for these false starts, right?
This looks exactly like last week. This seems like, the guards going early a week ago, Tyler Steen going early again this week. Kind of surprising that wasn't called.
All right, so now they get another one from 1st and goal, and Hurts into the end zone. Eagles take a 7-0 lead. Less than 2 to play in the first. Rams are down 7-3. Tim, how about this throw from Stafford?
This is crazy because he throws this thing every bit of 55 yards in the air, probably more than that. Devontae Adams able to pull it in. Impressive shot play.
105th career receiving touchdown for Adams. It's 10-7. And then here in the third quarter, Hurts gets sacked by Jared Verse, who also knocks the ball out. He was running through the set like Debo, just causing all types of havoc. And the Rams recover. So the next play after the fumble, Stafford looking for Kyren Williams. And just like that, the Rams are up 26-7. It's a 19-point lead. But here's the thing about the Eagles, Tim. They have been resilient for years, and Hurts and A.J. Brown start working a little two-man game.
Yeah, two-man game is right. Anytime he was isolated, Hurts was going to him. Does it on the backside of 3-by-1 there, then works a double move to get a shot down the field. They really started clicking in the second half.
All right, so same drive now, 1st and 10 from the 33. Hurts was like, well, let's see how funky we can get. To Dallas Goedert over the middle. That's your touchdown. Eagles become the last team in the league to throw a passing touchdown this season. They're down 26-14. Less than 4 to go now in the third. Eagles with the ball again. Guess what it is? Another tush push, another first down. So now, Tim, it's 2nd and goal from the 9, and Hurts gets A.J. Brown in the end zone.
Yeah, just so strong, so physical at the moment of truth. That's why you go to A.J. Brown in those situations.
So now it's 26-21 in fourth quarter. Joshua Carty out for a 36-yard field goal attempt. It's blocked by Jalen Carter. And now the Eagles keep the game 26-21. They got a chance to take the lead. Hurts to Brown. Does he break the tackle for the first down? Yes, he does. Gain of 23. And then, Tim, from here, though, you got to get it in the end zone.
You do, and that's why you go to the Slim Reaper right there. They're just so good. Just able to work a little stick route, good accurate throw by Hurts.
So LA looking to respond. Stafford to Puka Nacua. That's a crucial first down. And then Carty comes out to attempt a 44-yarder that would put them up and potentially win the game.
The ball is spotted. The kick is away. It's blocked! It's blocked! It's picked up by the Eagles. Running with it is Davis. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown! Game over!
From potentially losing the game to winning it like that Rams give up a 19-point lead, their largest blown lead since 2014.
Just comes down to the basics, the details. We knew he was going to show low. Had to block it, get up there. I'm 6'6", for God's sake. I got to get my hands up. But I couldn't do it without a push from my brothers, man. Boys got to push. Ball on the ground, scoop and run.
Scoop and score, man. You ran the whole way.
Yeah, man. Speed never left. But, man, what a game, man. What a game.
Electrified a whole city. Can you believe that?
Maybe, but it's a good day today. We got to clean some stuff up, but at the end of the day, we got a W. That's all that matters.
Me personally, I truly believe, man, we got so many good players on this team, you know, and at times, you know, you can feel like we're being conservative, and I don't think it should be like that, you know. I think it should, you know, let your killers do their thing, you know, and play fast and play aggressive. I'm not saying that we haven't been, but you know, me personally, that's what I would like, you know.
Tim, in a lot of ways, Jordan Davis overshadowed the performance from A.J. Brown. How did they get him involved even more?
Listen, just isolated him on the backside of 3x1. Trips to the top, he's isolated down to the bottom. Anytime you get one-on-ones with A.J. Brown, it's a good idea to take him. Now he's at the top of the screen, opposite the 3x1, one-on-one coverage. They're just so physical at the moment of truth when the ball arrives. Same thing here. Trips to the bottom, isolated up top. And because of his strength, because of his speed, because of his ability to finish, Jalen Hurts likes those matchups anytime he gets single coverage, and it really ended up turning the football game. I mean, the Eagles had 33 yards of offense in the first half. In the second half, you know, they go to A.J. Brown, 6 catches for over 109 yards and 109 yards and a touchdown. Like, he was a huge factor in the football game.
Yeah, just another example of great teams winning games sometimes they're not supposed to, because they scored 26 unanswered points after falling down 19 to get that win over the Rams.
Y'all see how Jalen Hurts celebrated? Cold as ice, just like we should be here. I'm celebrating this.
All right, later, Tim, though, going to take us inside that quarterback room.
Clean the placement down. The kick, it's blocked. It's loose in midfield. It's scooped up by Will McDonald. There he goes to the 20, 10, 5. That's a jet touchdown. Unbelievable.
What's your thoughts as he's running for a touchdown to go ahead?
Use my language like you got to beat me.
We're tied with 1:49 to go.
So look, that was all good and dandy for the Jets. The problem was Baker Mayfield had time left. In the first 2 games of the season, he had led late game rallies to get to 2-0. He had plenty of time in this one. Hits Emeka Egbuka there, sideline, 28-yard gain. Couple plays later, Baker, short pass. Sterling Shepard is right there. And he gets a first down and much more. They're inside the 20. We got 3 seconds left. Chase McLaughlin on for the game-winning field goal, coming through like the rent is due. The Bucs walk it off. 29-27, first 3-0 start in 20 years, and it was get-back day for Baker and Todd Bowles.
I loved it, and it's also their D coordinator was the one that cut me in Carolina, so it was a lot of stuff was personal today. Son Reddick, former Jet, a lot of people.
What happened in this game? Jordan Love and the Packers facing the Browns in Cleveland. 10 minutes to go in this one. Green Bay up in the third at least, 3-0. Jordan Love to Josh Jacobs, 31 yards later. Big play for the offense. Leads to a 3rd and goal from the Browns 3. This time, it's Love, the throw to John Fitzpatrick, score. It's 10-0. But I'm curious, how do you spell the word collapse?
Got 2 L's in it.
Oh, that's right. 4 minutes left in this game.
Like record. Sorry.
Only 1 L. Excuse me, sir. Dontavian Wicks is supposed to be the one picked off by Grant Delpit. It leads to this. Quinshon Judkins, handoff, up the middle, score. It's now 10-all. And by the way, all of that scoring for Cleveland.